new here, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I just want to preface at the beginning of this video, if you hear raindrops, I really apologise. They're just at the window and there's nothing I can do, you know? So just wanted to address that. But today I wanted to speak about my underactive thyroid journey. So if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you might not know, but in 2022 I was diagnosed with an underactive thyroid at the age of 24. It was actually, I think, a week before my 24th birthday. It wasn't completely unexpected, as I'll go into in the video, but it was a lot. I think it has changed me as a person. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the video. So firstly, I want to just go over the initial signs and the bit where I kind of knew this was coming, but I didn't know it'd be this quick. So in 2019, I got a celiac diagnosis, which is an autoimmune disease. If you don't know, if you've got one autoimmune disease, I don't know if it's for all of them, but I know it is definitely with celiac, you are likely to have an underactive thyroid just because, you know, your body is used to attacking itself. But so I was diagnosed with that as a result of going to the doctors due to extreme tiredness. I did not realise I was allergic to gluten at all, but yeah, in that test it also came up that my thyroid was slightly above the normal level, but not, they said not enough to start meds. My current doctor said they shouldn't really said that, but anyway, that's what they said. It was slightly above, they'd monitor it yearly, and that was it with the thyroid. Obviously the celiac was the big change at that point, but with the thyroid I was like, oh, maybe it will come in my 30s or my 40s, but it came in my 20s. And just for context, my granny and my mum have both had thyroid issues, I believe. My granny had I think it was same as me, underactive, and my mum had it while she was pregnant with me. So it is, you know, it's in the family, so I'm just the unlucky one who gets everything. Just moving on to, I'm reading off my phone, by the way, because I don't want to forget anything. I've titled it when things got bad, because yeah, it did. So I contacted the doctors on the 16th of September 2022, and I was experiencing fatigue, bloating, shins aching, and to be quite honest with you, I lost the will to live. I was not in a good place mentally one bit. It wasn't fun. I also haven't told loads of people this, just my close circle. I did get therapy. It wasn't great, but that's the point I was at, just to alleviate how depressed I was, basically, and anxious, and you know, all that good stuff. It helped a little bit. It helped, you know, in the moment, pushing me out, because I didn't like even going out the house. So, you know, it helped a little bit. But I went from, the weight gain was one thing that really pushed me to go to the doctors, as I did convince myself I was pregnant. I lost my period. I'm on the pill, but I lost that breakthrough bleed, and I was gaining weight at a rapid speed. I went from 10 stone 4 in July to 11 stone 7 in October, and it was just like my face was swelling. I will put a picture here of what my face looked like. It was just, I thought I was just gaining weight, to be honest, due to the stress of the job I was in, but it wasn't that. I guess I confused a lot of my thyroid symptoms with stress. So yeah, just do not take on stressful jobs, because as soon as I switched to my new job, that's when I went to the doctors. And my blood test results were, my TSH was over 100 and my T4 was 0.6. Again, I'll put the TSH on screen. There's, as you can see, it shot up. I mean, the T4 I can't remember, but something probably went on all around it. I laugh and joke now, but it was really traumatic, if I'm honest. A really lonely time, just a really depressing time, a time where I didn't want to be alive. I really didn't. I really just felt awful because I was leaving my old job, which I thought was causing all my issues, and was like, yep, going into a new job it would all solve. And literally less than a month into my new job, because I'd gone to the doctors, I find out I've got this this health condition that's a long-term health condition. It's never going to go away and I'm going to be on medication for life. And it's an adjustment as a 24-year-old, you know. I look back and I just want to give myself a hug. There's this photo actually, which makes me really sad. I'll put it here. But I was on a walk and I was just walking, as you do when you're on a walk. But I was walking and I was like, I can't remember the last time I smiled. Like, I couldn't. So in this photo I'm like, but you can just tell it was such a forced smile. Like, I was really just trying to live day by day, just praying that it would get better. They did worry about me possibly having heart issues, I think it was. I got an ECG, that was all fine. I do have an irregular heartbeat, but that's known. I found that out years ago, so I know that it's like fine. I also had an ultrasound due to the loss of my periods. They just wanted to double check that didn't cause any damage, and as far as I understand from them, they said my ovaries looked fine, so that's all good. But yeah, if you're in the middle of maybe thinking you've got an underactive thyroid, or in the middle of that period where you're, you know, trying to get diagnosed by the doctors and stuff, give yourself grace. It is so tough. People aren't going to understand unless they're in it. Just the gravity of the situation, I guess, and realising like, oh, my health has now just changed like overnight. And I know it's like, some people may not see it as a big deal, but for example, like, you can't eat until like 30 minutes after you wake up, and I'm a morning gym person, so that was a bit like, that still inconveniences me, because then you have to leave time to food to process. Just little things where it's like, oh. The one good thing about thyroid, just the one good thing, is if you didn't know, if you're in the UK, you can actually get your prescriptions for free because it's a long-term health condition, so do watch out for that. I got a little card, but my pharmacy never actually looks at it, but it's worth getting that, and you can just request that from your GP. So kind of like post-diagnosis, after I got diagnosed, I started medication on 26th of October 2022, and I can't remember how much I was put on. I'm on levothyroxine, but it took until, I want to say September, October last year. It took a while for them to find the right dose, because my T4 and TSH aren't really balancing, which might be an issue, but it's not an issue at the moment, is it? But yeah, it did take a long time. It wasn't, my levels did come down a lot, but I'm on 150 micrograms a day. I think they started me on 100, then they put me to 125, then they put me to 150, then they put me then they put me to 100 every day and 150 every other day, and now I'm just on 150 every day. But as you may know, if you struggle with this, your levels are going to go up and down throughout your life. And you know, when I eventually come off the pill, I know that will probably be a bit of an issue because it's all hormones related, isn't it? But yeah, that's the dose I'm on. And I don't really like taking medication. I don't know if anyone else can relate. I don't like, yeah, I just don't like taking medication. No shame on anyone else taking it. I'm a control freak, and I don't like not having control of things, and I see medication as that. Obviously I have the pills, so it's just the same thing. I don't know why I think differently with my thyroid, but yeah, it was an adjustment to like get used to taking these meds, but I was at that point where I was like, I want to get better ASAP. But I'd say it took me maybe like 3 months. I think by the December I was definitely on the up. I definitely noticed a difference quickly because my levels were so high. If you don't know, it actually, like from my Instagram and everything, it went to an unreadable category. So they say 100, but they said that's the highest the thing goes. So God knows how high it was. I'm pretty sure the normal range is like 0 to 4. So this girl was struggling. My doctor literally looked at me and was like, are you okay? I was like, I'm just the kind of person who always like, oh, just soldier on, just get on with it. But I shouldn't have just got on with it. I should have gone to the doctors earlier. I just like was gaslighting myself, like, you don't have it, like, you're overthinking things. I was not overthinking things. And if you're unsure, go to the doctors. Another good thing was that, like, my weight loss, because I started restricting quite a bit when my thyroid got bad, because I was like, there must be something wrong with my eating, because obviously I didn't know at that point. And so hence the thinking I was pregnant, because I just literally was like putting on weight even though I was not eating much. So it was nice to be able to like repair, because I feel like I'd already repaired my relationship with food, but I felt like I had to repair it again, because I saw food as like, oh my god, like that will make me put on weight. And nothing's wrong with weight gain, but this was unnatural weight gain. It's not a natural state my body sits in. Like, I'm now 2 stone lighter or something like that than I was then. Like, it's mad. Like, it's crazy how much your body can just like fluctuate, but I think a lot of it was fluid. My face was so puffy, my stomach, like my boobs grew, my butt, like everything was just bigger, and it just, I knew it wasn't right for me as an individual, if you know what I mean. I feel like as well, I don't know if anyone else can relate who's experienced this as well, but I think the loneliness really got to me. Just like the no one quite understands this, no one quite understands how much this has been a struggle, and yeah, I don't know, I just felt really alone with it, and that's natural. But do try and lean on people. I mean, my boyfriend and my sister were like so on it with me, checking up on me all the time. Like, I'm so grateful for the both of them, because yeah, they were the people that were constantly there throughout, checking up on me, checking if I was okay. And I need to work on this, but I am quite closed off with my emotions. But they were both like trying to push me, like, to actually say if I'm not okay and how things are going. And yeah, that definitely helps. If you do have a support network, do lean on them, because it helps to just voice your frustrations and your worries, I guess. And again, my boyfriend, singing your praises, Ryan, but he also forced me out on the weekends. I would not get out of bed till, like, to be honest, I'm still like this now, but it's just wanting to be in bed. I don't get out of bed till like 11 or 12 on weekends, but I was getting out of bed at like 2 or 3, and like it was almost like this paralysis. Like, I couldn't get out of bed. Not I want to chill in bed, I could not get up because I was exhausted. So as my thyroid was getting better and like the tiredness was still there a bit, we made sure we were going out more, and that definitely helped, just because I wasn't really able to exercise much because my legs were just burning. Like, oh, it was awful. So how it's going at the moment, I achieved stable levels in October 2024, and you know, if I'm being brutally honest, I do think I have developed, I think I had it a bit before, but I do think I have developed health anxiety as a result of this. It's almost like constantly waiting of, when is the penny going to drop? When is it going to get bad again? Like, yeah, that's constantly on my mind, which isn't very nice. It's not very nice, but is what it is. Now I need to get yearly blood tests. They did say if I feel like I'm experiencing any symptoms, do come and get another blood test. I'd be happy to do it again. But yeah, I'm getting yearly blood tests now, because once your levels are stable enough for long, does that make sense? Once they're like stable for a long period, then they just don't need to test as much anymore. So that's nice, not going to the doctors like every, I think at some points it was every month, and it was like every 2 months, every 3 months. It slowly went down. But I think, do not compare my timeline completely to your own. It depends on your levels. Mine were so high that they were very concerned, in the sense like they were like, we need to get these down. Like, I doubt it was doing my body any good, you know. When I deep it, I'm like, oh my god, I was unwell My work were really supportive with it. Actually, for like a month I could just work from home entirely. My manager was just very understanding, which again I'm very grateful for. I had the right people around me, you know, looking out for me, which I appreciate. If you are experiencing any symptoms, do go on the, like, if you think maybe something I've said in this video resonates with you, do just go on the NHS website, and if, you know, a few of those symptoms do, like, just get a blood test. The doctors would rather test you early, you know. Or if you do have any like questions regarding my thyroid, do just comment down below, or alternatively on my TikTok, there's a video I did before with loads of comments under that, and I try my best to answer them as much as possible. I could go on my TikTok now actually. So I thought I'd just go through all the comments that I think may be relevant to this video in my TikTok, just so they're all in this video, you know. Someone asked, did I change my diet? I think it stayed relatively the same, but I do like make my own health shots now. I'm a bit more mindful of processed food. Don't get me wrong, I still eat a lot of processed food and chocolate and stuff, but I've definitely been looking at food more as like the nutrition of it and how it can help me. But I naturally eat quite well, so I wouldn't say I've changed it that much. Do I take any supplements? No, I was taking B12 and vegetarian omega and a calcium and vitamin D tablet, but I've kind of stripped all those back and just taken multivits now. I think I do need to take vitamin D. I think I do probably lack that, but yeah, I didn't take anything extra. I think as often as you can, try get those vitamins from your diet, unless your body literally can't absorb it. How long did it take my body to adjust to levothyroxine? I think maybe a month for the bad symptoms to ease, but again my levels were really high, so it may take longer, shorter, depending on what your levels are like. Another question, did I have any side effects? To my knowledge, no. I'm a very oblivious queen, you know, I don't pay attention. One thing, I don't know if you can see, I think this is a result of my thyroid. I did have like hair loss. I think this is a result of the thyroid. It could be the levothyroxine, I really don't know. But it's growing back a bit now, but there's like loads of short hairs here that, yeah, I think I may have got a bit of hair loss. But again, that may have been the thyroid. Also, I take my tablets in the morning as soon as I wake up. I'm pretty sure you need to have them on an empty stomach. I just find that the easiest. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I've covered everything. I hope I have. I just wanted to do a little video. It's just on my YouTube, so like anyone, you know, new to finding me on here just learns a bit about my journey. And you know, from the outside I probably look like a healthy person, but just a sign to realise that a lot of people go through things behind closed doors, and a lot of people's health isn't perfect, whether that's mental, physical. Just unfortunately for me, it's both. I've got the mental and the physical health issues. The health is, you know, kind of under control, but the mental health is the one that is not thriving at the moment, to be honest. But I think it's just being in England in January, to be honest. It's not a good place to be, but I am so grateful for just my health improving, and just sending my love again to, if you're struggling with this, if you have an underactive thyroid, just know you're not alone. From posting on TikTok, I've realised there are a lot more people that have it than I realised, especially young people. Some people may wonder how I got it. I wonder that too. I think obviously genetics, but I have read that stress can cause you to get autoimmune diseases, I think. And I have a lot of anxiety and, you know, trauma, so I don't think it's a coincidence it happened to me. But yeah, it's just my life now. It's been like it for over 2 years, which is crazy. You know, I'd much rather take the medication and be healthy. I know some people try to do it like holistically and stuff, but I personally, that's not my jam. Want to listen to a doctor's advice. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, sending my love to you all, and I will see you again in the next video.